Rishi Sunak is saying all things are go. I believe it when I see it. But I didn't realise it's going to be costing £500 million for just 300 people to be sent to Rwanda, and the housing that was originally pegged out has already been given to Rwandans. I digress. But it's going to cost £500 million for just 300 people to be sent to Rwanda. That's less than 1% of asylum seekers, not addressing the 99%. But the reason I brought it up with you is because there are all sorts of legal challenges, and even the government has admitted that every single person that they select could legally challenge it. So that £500 million to send those 300 people are having a laugh. It's going to be double that.
Honestly, Trish, I'd be surprised if any of these planes get out there. I think the idea that you can say that the sky is pink or the sky is green and it's going to happen, Rwanda is all of a sudden a safe place, despite the investigations of the Supreme Court, and the European Court won't have a say in it. It's fine. If you want to resign yourselves away from treaties on human rights, do that first. What they're doing now is saying we're going to ignore Rule 39 requests, which are requests for stays of execution, if you will, from Strasbourg, for the European Court of Human Rights. If there's a risk, for example, of torture, if there's a risk that somebody's life will be endangered, they're not used very regularly. But when we're breaking all the other rules, maybe these will come in, further. The problem is they're asking Home Office staff, or more accurately, borders and immigration staff. The government is saying in instructions to them and in the legislation, well, you can ignore those legal requests from Strasbourg. Well, hang on a minute. In other words, we're telling you can break the law. Clearly, the union who represents these government employees is saying we're not going to do anything that breaks the law, and we are headed for a legal clash in respect of their own interests. It's not about the morality. They don't want to be in a position where they are exposed, but it should be about the morality. The idea that just for the sake of these 300 people or whatever, with all of this money we're spending, it's so important to have an international symbol of our cruelty for people, two-thirds of which the data shows us are actually adjudged to be genuine asylum seekers. We're treating people who are fleeing persecution as if they're criminals. And I have to say, it's shameful.
A final question, we're just going to finish up here. So what you're saying, those border staff are told, forget about that, forget about the law. They go ahead and do what if someone, let's say John Smith, who's a, immigration officer, he goes ahead and does what the government orders him to do, and he's therefore breaking the law. Could lawyers go after that particular person?
Absolutely. And guess what happens? A police officer who's, an honourable police officer, for example, is told by a superior to beat somebody up. Now, one can imagine that something like that doesn't happen a lot, but it happens. And a police officer who says, no, I will not do that, is not just acting out of morality because it's the wrong thing to do, but because they know that there's no legal defense of saying, I was just following orders. Trisha, it's been used in the past. That defense doesn't work.
Thank you. Thank you.